And we have spawned in on the brand new Valorant map, Sunset. This is why it's called Sunset. Obviously, there's a beautiful sunset in the background. So, the way we're going to do this is we're going to start on defender's side. And I'm going to show you what it looks like to enter B site, mid, and then A. And then the same thing on attacker's side, just so you get a full scale of the map and you know exactly where you're going once you enter and play the map for yourself. Okay, so from defender spawn, let's run towards Boba. So this is what it looks like. There's a burger shop there. This is why it's called Boba. There's bubble tea right here. And then from Boba, you can see down into market, which is right there. So you can jump onto these boxes and then you can also enter B site. Now B site is kind of like split. There's a box here, by the way, maybe some wall boosts. B site is like split. There's a giant spire in the middle. So you can run all the way around it. But unlike split you can only plant on one side. On this B site, you can plant all the way around. So, going from B site, this is now B main. This is like a screens area where T side people can hold the after plant like this. There's an orb right here, and then that's further into B main and going towards B lobby and attacker spawn. But I'll show you that once we start on attacker's side. You enter market. Now, market is real beautiful, but there's not much to it. There's literally just a box here in the middle. And then from here, you can enter back towards Boba, which is right there where I started, or you can go towards mid. Now, there is a lever here, so you can actually close this door. And then people in mid can't open it on this side. So in order to get through this door, you have to break it. If you're going from mid, anyway. Alright, so now we're in mid. Mid is basically, think of it like a scent mid. There's going to be a lot of mid fights. Because CT people basically spawn in and they can peek instantly here. And then the T-sided players can instantly go from here and peek the bottom of mid. So there's going to be a lot of fights going on in mid. Just literally think of it like a scent. So that's market right there. Once you run into mid, you can run around this area. And then that's where you enter towards the attacker side and the B lobby. I'm not going to show you that just yet. Again, I'll show you that on attacker side. Now this bit here is called mid tiles. That's just going from mid tiles towards A lobby. I'll show you more of that in a bit. So going back up towards the defender spawn, so mid top. This is what it looks like. That's where I originally came from, just so you're not getting confused. That's where I went into Boba. This is top of mid, and from top of mid, you can go towards this pawn shop, and then we're going to turn right, so this is A link. You can go A alley towards A site, or link towards A site. We're going to take the link route for now, because I'll show you alley after. So this is link. That's where you're going to be taking a lot of gunfights as well. This is where attackers will be coming from if you're defending. This is what A site looks like. KNG, which is the classic KNG across all maps. Attackers can plant all around this area if you have a look at the map. They can plant all around A site. But yeah, that's A site. It's very simplistic, not much going on. You can see exactly where you'd kind of like plant and what you would potentially do. So from A site, you can go towards elbow, but I'll show you more of that from the attacker side. And then from here, we'll just go back towards A alley. And that's pretty much all you need to know for the defender side. Everything just connects back together, so if we go back this way, that's again towards pawn shop and top of mid. Or we can go back this way, and that's the spawn. Okay, we've spawned in on the T side. Let's pick up the spike. So, from attacker side, you can go towards B lobby, and then you can go towards B main and B site. So, let's do that. So, this is B lobby right here. That's supposed to be downtown LA. So, let's go into B main. Again, there's another screen-like block here. So, this is where some fights will be happening in B main. And that's the orb that I showed you earlier. And then from here is where you enter the B site and back in towards market. And where people will be fighting on T side. So you can jump onto this box if you'd like to. There's churros here. Okay, this is mid-bottom. So like I said, loads and loads of fights will be going on in mid on this map. It's basically Ascent. You want to have as much control as possible of mid. It's going to help you win the game pretty much. So from mid, you can go back towards mid tiles, which is again what I showed you earlier. And then from here, we can go A lobby and A main. This is the other orb. So just so you know, there's one orb here and then there's one orb here. Okay, that's both of the orbs on the map. From here, you can turn left and then this is going to be A link. And that's where you can go straight onto A site or take fights here and here. Or you can take the elbow route. So think of it kind of like bind. Okay, you've got A main and then you've got elbow. Watch out for people hiding here, though. There's going to be a lot of rats that hide here with a judge, so definitely clear that. So running through elbow, watch out for people hiding here. And then you go straight into A site, and you can plant anywhere around this. So hopefully by now you guys are getting the hang of the map already. It's not big. It's not a big map. So I've already played it Hint, hint, that's what you're going to be seeing after this. I've already played the new map, and honestly, after just a few rounds, I was already used to it.
You like the Jet nerf? I actually do, yes. First off, that Jet is picked so much is because she's so much better than other characters in terms of opping, and especially opping off angles or aggressively. The dash window will basically make it so you have to be more selective, and before you pop it, and then you'd be forced to do something, but now you have a smaller time window where maybe you could actually kind of fuck it up a bit. I think the dash window is good, yes. Now, the smoke change, okay, coming from a Jet player, right? You're opping. Let's say you op an angle. You get a kill. You can do three things, right? You can dash away, you can smoke the ground, run away, or you can updraft and make yourself really hard to hit. So I would say that the smoke and the dash are like two safe options, whereas the third one is a really risky option, but can be really good. Like someone who's really fucking hard to kill, and that's just because we've been scrimming them so much, but watch the way that something ops and how he plays Jet. He is literally impossible to kill. This guy is flying through the air. He is playing a different game, all right? Now, for that reason, that's kind of why. It's like imagine Jet has one real escape that recharges after you get 2 kills, and then 4 other like kind of escape abilities, and that's what causes the character to be so insane. Maybe it's an overtune at the moment, and maybe she might be tuned more into an actual reasonable state, but the character has kind of been gutted a bit because the mobility and the ability, like the 2 updrafts is really big on Jet actually. Like people say that the updrafts are kind of the worst ability on Jet, but it's not really true. She's one of the only characters in the game that adds a vertical aspect into the game and makes it really hard, especially with you can like fake updrafting, like repositioning. It's literally such a versatile ability and people don't realize it. I'm actually like dead serious when I say this. I think Yoru is easily the most busted duelist at the moment, and that's because his flashes hit like a truck, but also he has the ability to instant regroup. He can fake. It's like a lot of mind games, right? Even if you have a read on someone, it's too much shit coming at you. The clone is insane, the double flash is insane, the ult is absolutely crazy. I think it's a 6.2. Just wait, it's gonna be Yoru meta soon. I'm not joking. It was Jet meta, Chamber meta, Yoru meta, trust. I actually truly believe that. When I was saying that I'm not really like a real Jet player, it's like I'm not actually a true entry player. The best times that I did my best individually and we like had our best performances as a team is actually not when I was entering. It was double duelist meta with Sick being the entry, and he would be like an actual entry, and then I'm a lot better at refragging. Like I can entry and I know how to create space and everything like that, but I think I'm better utilized taking the fights. Like the entry is like guaranteed to die like most of the time unless you're like absolutely cracked or also your team has like insane setup for you. But I definitely find it more comfortable for me like setting someone up that's running in and then afterwards refragging based on like info that they gather or space that they take. So you still a Jet main? Recently? Not really, no, actually. I haven't been playing that much Jet recently. Well, also the thing about me too is I guess it's like it's in tandem with my like ADHD, but I can't really sit holding an angle. Like I physically cannot play a Sentinel because my brain is too proactive and I need to do something constantly. For that reason, like Chamber does not resonate with me well because it's quite literally going AFK and playing human benchmark. The character is pretty good still, like decent, but yeah, I don't really like the Sentinel vibe. Also, my comms go down a lot when I'm playing something like a Chamber or even Jet to an extent. I kind of just like full focus on shooting shit. I don't think that's like the best version of myself. I think the best version of myself is actually when I'm playing the initiator role, like kind of like second in flash initiator. I think is probably more of my comfort. Communication wise, when I'm playing a KO or if I'm playing like a Yoru or I'm playing something where I can basically do something for my teammate, it opens up my communication a lot for more creativity. And I think that one of my biggest strengths as a player is just I can be creative in like a mid-round. You can't op on those agents? You know what though? Can you really not op on those agents? Have you watched Boaster? Have you watched Boostio? Like they literally just whip it out. I actually do think that having an op like that is really strong. Like an op's an op, right? You don't have to be in constant offense. Oh, hi. Is that apple juice?
This guy's been insane. He's
oh wait, do you want a headset?
Help them get here through Americas and has
wait, what is that?
Step up here at Champions in the
Red Bull. Oh my god.
Yeah, you guys mentioned it already, but